Hello again. So, day one in the books of my new program. It was pretty good, to be honest. Looking at it, I thought it was going to be pretty intense. It was pretty intense. The rest period is super short compared to what I've been used to recently. I've been on a 5-3-1 cycle and sort of taking my time between reps, because you know you're always shooting for that rep PB on your last set, so thinking you want something in the tank. But with this, it's more lifting sort of moderate to heavy weights lots of times, and when you're already fatigued or at that disadvantage, So it was a little bit of a learning curve. It was really difficult the last section. I was doing some walking lunges with a front rack barbell and some RDLs and some ab work as well, and those back to back on the back of a heavy session. It's difficult. That's the important thing, it's got to challenge you. If it doesn't challenge you, you're probably not doing the right thing. So I might have to find my groove to work out where my 1 rep max is, till I can work off my percentages, because it's mainly percentage based at the moment. Oh dear. My dog's having a little moment. You're alright. It's actually quite hard to make these videos sometimes when you're ever so slightly distracted by somebody. But what can you do, eh? The program is mainly percentage based at the moment. It's in 3 waves, so they'll be upping through the waves. The weights will be going up, a similar sort of format, with some strength work, some conditioning work, and some farmers walks and other sort of strongman movements as well in that, which is what I want. I want to lean more towards that, as I possibly alluded to in the last video. That's something I'm interested in doing. Whether I actually start competing in strongman, I don't know whether that'll happen, but it's certainly a possibility. It's difficult at the moment trying to strike a balance between the strength side of things and my running and cardio and things. The balance I'm struck at the moment is not doing any running or cardio and lifting 3 days a week. So with this, hopefully the condition's going to come back a little bit. I'm going to pick my running up again soon, because I've got some proper races that I need to train for, to be honest, especially the way it's dropped off at the minute. But we'll see how it goes. Second session is tomorrow. Some circus dumbbell in there, which is something I haven't done before. Excited to try it, actually, because it's one of those things I've seen done a lot, but I've never actually gone through that motion, gone through that movement. So it'd be interesting to have a go at something totally new. Pressing used to be a really strong attribute I had, and everything else was a little bit weaker, so I trained everything else, and now my pressing is poor, to be honest. It's one of those areas that I know is weaker, but I also don't really train it enough to make it stronger, so there's that issue. But I'm finding out after yesterday's session that there's areas that I thought were okay, so I neglect to train them. But it turns out my core strength is absolutely abysmal. I mean, I had to do 6 rounds of a superset, which included a plank, and that plank was, time stood still, to be honest. I've completed obviously the 6 1-minute sections, but minute plank was just it was torturous. It was horrible. But I'm seriously out of shape in some of those sort of things. Bodyweight things, have always been an issue, to be honest. But yeah, I thought things like the plank and what have you. I thought, well, you know, it's a basic exercise. A minute, that's fine. But in practice, it was an eye opener for sure. So lots more ab variations in the program. Lots more sort of core work and direct core work, which I'm not doing. Everything has been compound movements, or as far as possible compound movements. But you know, you're going to be working those areas anyway in big lifts. But a little bit of isolation can't hurt, I suppose. Yeah, looking forward to seeing some results. To be honest, it's if every session goes as well as yesterday did, you know, the sort of sweat angel on the floor, feeling like your lungs are going to burst, but still knowing you've got something in the tank, you know, 10 minutes later, that is good to me. You know, the conditioning's, it's getting there. I'm getting back to where I was, but a lot stronger at the same time. So hopefully I haven't bored you too much with what I've got going on, but there we go. I hope you've enjoyed it. Big strong. See you on the next one.